Hey guys, how's it going? I am Celtic Reviews with a review for SpongeBob Sponge Out of Water. Um, I was excited for SpongeBob Out of Water. Sponge Out of Water. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a grown ass man and I still watch SpongeBob. I grew up with the show as a kid. I love SpongeBob. I love the first movie. I went to theaters to see that with my grandma. I don't know how many fucking times I begged her to take me to see that movie when I was a kid. The second movie came out. It was okay. It was a decent movie. I wouldn't say it's the best. It definitely didn't top the original, but it was okay. SpongeBob Sponge Out of Water had me excited. After I viewed the trailer, saw how gorgeous CGI animation is. I mean, it is gorgeous. It looks great. It's a movie that is fun to watch in terms of like the CGI and all that. The trailers got me excited. They showed off a lot of funny moments in the trailers. Unfortunately, to me, I think the trailers showed all of the funny moments in it. With the exception of there's a few hidden gems in this movie, which, I will get to in the pros and the cons of this movie. Um, but I am honestly let down. So I'm going to go over the pros and the cons of SpongeBob Sponge Out of Water and tell you guys if I think it's worth it, give you guys my score. And basically just give my overall thoughts. So I want to get through the pros first because there's a very short list of pros. First off is on Paramount Plus. You get a free trial. They're doing a month right now, and I will say the service is all right. I'll do a separate video or do a live stream talk about the service one day, but there are issues with the service, but it has some good content in it. So if you want to watch this movie after watch my review, get a month free trial. Watch it. Another good thing is the acting. I do think the voice acting is really well done. It's great. It's everyone's acting the part. Everyone's doing a good job. Hell, even Danny Trejo does a good performance. It's kind of funny. Um, the animation is probably the best part about this movie. It is beautiful. It is well done. I would describe this movie as a movie that looks like SpongeBob. It just doesn't have the heart of it. And I will say the celebrity guests they have that appear in this movie, mainly Keanu Reeves, was a nice touch. I do like Keanu Reeves in this movie. And there's some funny jokes, but that's about it. Everything else is downhill. The major issue with this movie is its story and its writing. This movie's about SpongeBob. His snail goes missing. He goes on an adventure with Patrick to go find Gary. And shenanigans ensue. Now, I did not care for the story. It wasn't well done. It just seems dumbed down. Like, we already got this sort of similar plot in the first movie, but done way better. In this movie, it just seems like to me, it feels like it has studio handprints all over it. This feels like a studio film and not really a SpongeBob movie. It looks like a SpongeBob movie, but it doesn't feel like a SpongeBob movie. It's the best way I can describe this movie. There's a lot of nice callbacks to SpongeBob. There's the wall of plankton's failures. There's the paddy wagon from the first film. There's good callbacks to the to the TV show in the first movie. But that's just fan service. That at the end of the day, I have a feeling they did that because they knew this movie alone, without the fan service, wouldn't draw in older SpongeBob fans. So they put that in there to draw older SpongeBob fans in to say, "Oh, I remember that. Oh, I remember that." It was a failure. Yeah, it was cool seeing the paddy wagon again, but at the end of the day, it was for one fucking for a few scenes, and they barely do anything cool with it. They just show it transforming and driving off. That's it. The story is very much all over the place. It fails at a lot of moments to me. And also goes in hand with the writing. The writing for this movie doesn't feel like SpongeBob. There are a few lines in the movie that do feel like SpongeBob. But it's sad to see you when the funniest part of your movie is Keanu Reeves as a sage. Well, as Tumbleweed. That's it. Those were the funniest parts of the movie was Keanu Reeves. Not SpongeBob, not Patrick, not the surrounding cast, Keanu Reeves. You know you failed when you fucked that up. With the first SpongeBob movie, everyone was funny. Side characters, celebrity guest appearances, and especially SpongeBob and fucking Patrick. This movie has a few bits of Patrick being funny. That's it. Him being dumb. That is it. Remember in the first movie, they had it was really well done. The writing was great. The humor was awesome. They could have took out David Hasselhoff. Still would have been a great SpongeBob movie, right? I mean, David Hasselhoff was a great addition. He was funny as fuck in the movie. But take him out, you still have a great SpongeBob movie. Just replace him with someone else. With this movie, I feel like if you took out Keanu Reeves, or hell, even take out Danny Trejo, the movie wouldn't be as bearable to me. Keanu Reeves as a tumbleweed made this movie bearable. And it's not even because he says anything funny. It's just funny seeing Keanu Reeves' head in a tumbleweed. The writing is amateurish at best. It feels like they watched a few episodes of SpongeBob and said, there we go, that's how we do SpongeBob. No. It doesn't feel like SpongeBob to me. It feels like a lazy attempt to make a SpongeBob movie. It feels lazy. Sure, the animation is gorgeous. The animation is beautiful. I cannot stress enough how much I love the animation in this movie. I love it. It is so fucking beautiful. It's so nice looking. It's a fun movie to look at, but not listen to, because the writing is bad. Look, and as a big SpongeBob fan, someone who loves the show to death, this was just a big disappointment. And this is honestly the worst out of the 3 films that SpongeBob has. It's even worse than the second one. I know people complained that they didn't like the second one, wasn't as good as the first one. Well, now we can officially say the second movie is at least better than Sponge on the Run. The movie just isn't all that funny. I mean, and look, I'm immature at heart. I mean, I laugh at older SpongeBob episodes like crazy. I'm 24 years old. I still laugh at SpongeBob. I still laugh at the first movie. I get a few good laughs out of the second movie. And I watched the second movie last week to get prepared for this movie. I laughed, I'm not shitting you, laughed out loud once. I chuckled and went, okay, like a few times. Most of that was from Keanu fucking Reeves. The chuckling, once or twice from Danny Trejo. Most of it, Keanu Reeves. I would say once. I'll give it a benefit of the doubt. Twice at Patrick. Twice. I laughed multiple times in the first movie at Patrick. I watched the first movie, and I'm not going this off the nostalgia as a kid. I'm going based off this. I watched it like about a few weeks ago, the first movie. I watched the second movie last week, just to get prepared for this movie. And I even laughed at the second movie. Sure, it didn't have as much laughs as like the first film, SpongeBob the movie. I don't know. This just it feels soulless. It just doesn't feel like SpongeBob to me. At the end of the day, I mean, I'll give it points for the animation. I'll give it points for Keanu Reeves. And I'll give it points for the voice acting. At the end of the day, this movie disappointed me. I'm not going to watch this again. I'm not going to recommend this. I would recommend don't even watch this shit. I would honestly... You know what's sad? I had more fun laughing at Tom and Jerry with my friend than watching Sponge on the Run. And I don't even fucking like the new Tom and Jerry movie. But at least I can say there was dumb as fuck moments in that movie that made me laugh. And the violence in Tom and Jerry was at least Tom and Jerry-esque. This movie's not good. I do not like it. I don't think so. I think it's a bad movie to me. I want to give this movie, in my opinion, a 2 out of 10. The only reason why it's a 2 is because of the animation Keanu Reeves in the voice acting. This really disappointed me. You guys, let me know in the comments below if you guys watched SpongeBob Sponge on a Run. Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Let me know down in the comments below if you agree or disagree with me. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.